Coming up next on This Week in Torrance, special visitors from overseas enjoy a weekend-long stay here in Torrance. Find out who they are and why they were here. And a local organization brings more than 100 Torrance businesses together under one roof. Then we'll tell you how the newly opened South Bay Entrepreneurial Center can help you make that great business idea a reality. Plus, in honor of Breast Cancer Awareness Month, we bring you stories of survival and support. These stories and much more are just seconds away. Your local news starts right now. Hello everyone and welcome to This Week in Torrance. I'm Jin Chun. Thanks for joining us. 2012 marks not only the city's centennial year, but also the 40th anniversary of the friendship formed between Torrance and its sister city of Kashiwa, Japan. And in honor of this special occasion, guests traveled several thousand miles to celebrate.
Hello, nice to meet you. Welcome. Hi. Welcome.
The 39-member delegation from Kashiwa, Japan were greeted with a warm welcome at Los Angeles International Airport. Mayor Hiroyasu Akiyama were among quite a few traveling to the U.S. for the first time. Chair of the 40th Anniversary Committee, Hazel Taniguchi, escorted the Kashiwa delegates as they made their way by bus from LAX to the Miyako Hybrid Hotel. And after a few hours to decompress from a 10-hour-long flight, delegates from Japan were treated to a welcome reception at the hotel. Kicking off a fun-filled weekend of activities, the members of the Sister City Associations enjoyed an informal gathering filled with desserts and wine as they got to know one another. The night brought brief speeches from Torrance Mayor Frank Scotto, Kashiwa Mayor Hiroyasu Akiyama, Kashiwa International Relations Association President Rikuro Nakayama, the event's sponsor Oriental Motor Representative Adam Tobari, and Torrance Sister City President Warner Willoughby.
It's just a really nice chance for the delegates to renew some friendships with some sister city people as well as city officials.
We renew our friendships, and I think that's one of the reasons why we've been together for 40 years, because we've established this relationship that's so positive.
And it was with the help of President Eisenhower, who began the Sister City Association back in 1956. The program was designed to foster peace between two cultures. Reporter Kyle Sexton tells us how Torrance got involved.
To commemorate 40 years of friendship, Torrance welcomed Kashiwa delegates to their Southern California home. 39 delegates came from Kashiwa, Japan, a city about 3 times larger than Torrance. And for most, it was their first time in their sister city. Kashiwa Mayor Akiyama and Chairman Hiroichi Yamauchi spoke on behalf of their city.
Thank you for your hearty devotion to friendship and mutual understanding. Without your efforts, we wouldn't be celebrating today's wonderful anniversary.
Kashiwa became Torrance's sister city in 1973. It is the dedication the cities have to one another that has made this friendship last so long.
We're renewing our friendships. We're learning more about each other's culture and about the city. So this is highly important to keep the association going.
Kashiwa delegates have been welcomed to the city to celebrate our friendship with them. And today we are making more memories with our extended family. With a full weekend ahead of sightseeing and community, the Torrance and Kashiwa delegates began with the planting of the cherry blossom tree. This is the 8th one in Torrance, one for every 5 years Kashiwa visits.
1, 2, 3.
The cherry blossom tree is prevalent throughout Japan. It represents unity and good luck. Torrance is happy to take part in this symbolic gesture and promise to keep the dedication to Kashiwa alive.
We are doing our best to get to know people from another country and to establish positive relationships with them and to really foster peace.
For This Week in Torrance, I'm Kyle Sexton.
From the Civic Center, delegates headed back on the bus for a quick tour around town. Their first stop was the Torrance Farmers Market, where delegates got a chance to try fruits and vegetables native to Southern California. Next, the group was taken to the Centennial Plaza to check out the commemorative brick designated for the sister cities. Continuing on the tour of Torrance, delegates visited the Ted Tenaway Memorial. Tenaway was a Japanese-American soldier who received a Medal of Honor for his bravery in World War II. And just across the way at Torrance High, delegates got to take part in a centennial event and classic car show, as well as see some historic homes in downtown Torrance. Later that same day, delegates were invited to a special dinner hosted by Mayor Scotto. Guests were driven to a local favorite eatery. Council members, along with the 40th anniversary committee members, joined the Kashiwa delegates at Il Toscano Ristorante. Both Mayor Scotto and Mayor Akiyama gave speeches of appreciation. The Kashiwa delegates performed 2 songs. The first was Sukiyaki, followed by It's a Small World. After a night of food and fun, delegates headed back to their hotel for a good night's rest. Not only would they need their energy for the next day, but for a very emotional farewell dinner party. Lorena Salcedo explains.
All of us enjoyed our stay here, and it was wonderful that we can reconfirm and realize the friendship across the ocean.
Tonight, Torrance bid the Kashiwa people farewell with a formal tea ceremony and dinner banquet. The sister cities are celebrating 40 years of unforgettable memories.
10 years ago, Kashiwa gifted Torrance a tea table, umbrella, stand, chairs, and all of the equipment used to prepare tea. So Torrance had the Kashiwa people prepare a formal tea ceremony. The traditional tea ceremony began with sweets. Next, a fine tea was prepared with powder made from 30 to 100-year-old leaves. And after tea came dinner.
Okay, we say in Japanese, kanpai. Please say kanpai together, okay? Kanpai!
Mayor Scotto presented Mayor Akiyama with a rare gift, a key to the city. And the Kashiwa folks gave fun gifts like Japanese robes and a cotton candy sign to be placed on the cotton candy machine that the Kashiwa had gifted Torrance in prior years. The best surprise was saved for last.
It's very hard to believe that Mrs. Inoue has turned 104 years old.
Because Torrance is turning 100 this month, it was only appropriate to present Torrance's very own centenarian. The banquet reinforced a few things.
We have a different culture and a different way of style, but we can understand each other. That's the point.
A highlight really is renewing friendships here in Torrance, getting to see their friends here in Torrance and spending some time with them.
The Sister City program was begun to promote world peace. The two cities have worked hard to continue fostering their relationship.
These two sister cities' friendship is growing year by year. That is the most good, important point for us, and we are very happy.
For the past 40 years, Torrance and Kashiwa have enriched their cultures by learning more about one another.
Politicians do many things, but we people are different from politics. Heart and heart, yes, smile and smile. That's everything.
The Kashiwa folks left on Monday, but distance will not affect this relationship. For This Week in Torrance, I'm Lorena Salcedo.
Thanks, Lorena. The delegates from both cities will see each other again soon. Torrance delegates will make their way overseas to Kashiwa in March of 2013. Coming up after the break, llamas, pony rides, pumpkins, and more. Find out where you can take the whole family for a night of fun. Plus, in honor of Breast Cancer Awareness Month, we'll tell you stories about survival, support, and strength you won't want to miss.
At what age is the color that your skin was meant to be no longer beautiful? Every year, millions of young women try to change the skin they were born with and say they'd die for darker skin. Sadly, some actually do. Melanoma is the second most common cancer in teens and young adults 15 to 29. And one person dies from melanoma every hour. It's time. Change your thinking, not your skin. Stop tanning. Learn more at spotskincancer.org. A message from the American Academy of Dermatology.
Torrance has a new home for business owners looking to tap into their entrepreneurial spirit. Reporter Charlene Chang tells us more.
Like many aspiring entrepreneurs, you might have plenty of good ideas, but lack the business know-how to make money off of them. The newly opened South Bay Entrepreneurial Center can help. Co-founders Lee Petalin and Mike Grimshaw plan on establishing the center as an incubator for clients in the process of developing their own small businesses.
An incubator is defined as a location in business where early stage companies can come and receive coaching, mentoring, funding, training, and help them harden and solidify their businesses into a very solid business.
One of the center's priorities is matching entrepreneurs with seasoned mentors that can help them with the many challenges that come from building a business from the ground up.
We have about 20 mentors. Every mentor is an experienced business person that's operated their own business, been very successful. Several have sold their businesses, have made quite a bit of money in selling their businesses, and are potential angel investors as well as being mentors.
Although the center just opened, they have already lined up 8 paying clients, including Bo Breton, who is attracted by the opportunity to network with mentors.
They offer mentorship in the form of whatever you specifically need. So if you are a little bit short on legal, knowledge, or if you're not good at marketing or maybe finance, depending on your business, they will set you up with mentors that can help you out with that.
With many businesses now being run virtually, the center's workspace is also a valuable commodity.
We have a physical facility here in Satori that is totally state-of-the-art from a standpoint of technology, high-speed internet. We have desks, we have cubicles, we have meeting rooms, we have training room, we have training space, we have open space for collaboration so people can talk to each other and work together.
The center was built with a $100,000 grant from the City of Torrance, who hopes that it will one day lead to jobs in the community.
It's important for the City of Torrance and for anywhere really, because small business is what grows the economy. They're the ones that hire.
Despite the frequent talk about supporting small businesses, Congresswoman Maxine Waters knows that incubators can ultimately be tough to get off the ground.
Mike and Lee need to be congratulated for actually getting it done. Not just talking about it, but actually having a ribbon-cutting ceremony today to kick off the activities of this entrepreneurial center.
The South Bay Entrepreneurial Center hopes to open 3 additional centers, with the location in El Segundo planned for early next year. For This Week in Torrance, I'm Charlene Chang.
Thanks, Charlene. For more information, go to the South Bay Entrepreneurial Center's website at thesbec.org. The SBEC, along with many other Torrance businesses, are taking advantage of an organization dedicated to helping boost the local economy. Reporter Lorena Salcedo was at the Torrance Marriott to tell us more. Lorena?
Behind me, 113 businesses are attending the Torrance Area Chamber of Commerce Business Expo and Showcase. This event is just one of the many ways the organization is helping drive Torrance's economy.
What we're doing is we're creating networking opportunities for the different segments of our membership.
The Chamber's goal is to increase awareness to the residents and to the business community of the various products and services available. This year, the Chamber had 17 more businesses participate in the expo than years past.
We're making mortgages, interest rates are at historic lows, and so we're here to let the community know we're here to help.
Chamber Chairman Aaron Alcides says it's important for businesses to not pull away from marketing during tough times. He suggests using new avenues.
Social media. I think that is where a lot of things are going, and that if they're not in social media, they need to get on board with it.
CEO and President Donna Duperon advises businesses and residents to stay involved.
Just go out and network with one another, find different groups, different chambers that may offer programs that can really assist them.
Aside from this business expo, the Chamber of Commerce is joining forces with other institutions to help stimulate the economy.
We have partnered with the city and EDD and workforce in providing 2 career fairs, one for veterans and one for those that are unemployed in our community.
The Business Expo event proved to be a huge success with over 400 participants. Everyone here is eager to push this economy forward. For This Week in Torrance, I'm Lorena Salcedo.
Thanks, Lorena. Non-members can attend 2 events free of charge. For more information on the Torrance Area Chamber of Commerce, visit their website at torrancechamber.com. October marks Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and here in Torrance, there was an outpour of support by various organizations, businesses, and breast cancer survivors, all in the hopes of bringing awareness to the forefront. Reporter Kyle Sexton was at one of those events and tells us more.
In the midst of Breast Cancer Awareness Month, let us not forget about breast reconstruction. With the rise in technology, breast cancer survivors now have more options than they ever knew they had. South Bay Plastic Surgeons held its very first Bra and Spa event to celebrate the new national holiday, Breast Reconstruction Awareness Day. Breast cancer survivors were pampered, as well as educated on the different types of breast reconstruction options now available. Reshaping the breast, using implants, or replacing the breast with tissue from another part of the body were just some of the topics discussed as possibility options on the same day as their mastectomy.
And the nice part is that we can offer that reconstruction to patients at the same time as they go through their breast cancer treatment, so that they don't have to ever experience a time where they wake up without a breast, as had been true in the past.
This event hopes to empower women with information as well as help them get back control of their lives.
Losing your breast is like amputation. Your self-image is devastatingly gone, and so I'm talking about my experience. To me, I felt like breast reconstruction was the only way that I could control what happened to me.
7 out of 10 women who undergo a mastectomy do not know what their reconstructive options are. South Bay Plastic Surgeons wants to change that.
I can still be positive. I can still be happy and smile through this whole journey. I don't have to be sad. I don't have to worry and feel depressed or lock myself up because of things like that. Go out and live. It's okay. Smile. It will be okay. Modern medicine is wonderful, and just stay positive and be happy.
90% of the surgeries done at South Bay Plastic Surgeons are reconstructive, and with that modern medicine, anything is possible for their patients. Here at the event, participants were pampered with massages, eyelash extensions, and beauty supplies. They were also entered in a raffle for a chance to win big prizes. These women got the support and community they rightfully deserve. For This Week in Torrance, I'm Kyle Sexton.
Thanks, Kyle. The new national holiday for breast reconstruction awareness is October 17th. For more information on breast reconstruction options or where to find a community with other breast cancer survivors, call the South Bay Plastic Surgeons at 310-784-0644. Another event in town drew the crowds of breast cancer survivors as well as supporters. Reporter Charlene Chang was at Curves Gym and tells us more.
Doctors have discussed the importance of exercise for breast cancer survivors as they recover. Judy, a member of the Curves Gym here in Torrance, has experienced these effects firsthand.
I feel like the outside stimulation with exercise has really worked for me, and also the group of people, women that I have met through working out here at Curves has been a total support system in the recovery.
Judy, a survivor since 2002, is just one of the members who has battled the disease and won. For these women, staying active at Curves is an important part of their lifestyle.
Exercise is always is good, and especially for the member who survived from the breast cancer. If they work out, they do their strength workout 3 times a week, and they can do a little bit walking.
Curves offers a variety of machines as well as classes such as Zumba. Carol is another breast cancer survivor who feels better from visiting the gym regularly.
Just coming to Curves at least three times a week, it gives you that workout that you really need and to keep yourself going. And I feel that the people at Curves, my friends here, have been very, very supportive of me, and I just don't know what I would do without them.
In addition to helping their clients exercise, Curves is also a nutrition center and advises survivors on what to eat for a healthy diet.
To eat clean, eat vegetables, fruits, grains. You want to stay away from processed foods.
To honor these survivors, Curves is doing its part to spotlight Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
For the special promotion Curves is doing right now, bring a proof of your mammogram and sign up free with Curves. And the pin, we have one of our members, Judy. She helped us to make those pins, and we've been selling these pins, and we're getting money for the breast cancer survivors, and we're going to donate to the American Breast Cancer Society.
With regular mammograms and early prevention, hopefully more women who are diagnosed with breast cancer can join the rank of survivors who continue to stay healthy. For This Week in Torrance, I'm Charlene Cheng.
Thanks, Charlene. If you're interested in learning more about Curves Gym, visit their website, curvestorrance.com. Next, we have an inspirational story about a Torrance woman who managed to defeat death, believe it or not, 6 times. Reporter Lorena Salcedo has her incredible story.
At first glance, Ann Quillen looks like your everyday mom. This Torrance resident has 3 teenage children, a husband, and a dog named Kelly. But Ann is not your everyday anybody.
I don't care who you are. When you get that diagnosis, you're like, what? It's me?
When Ann Quillen was first diagnosed with breast cancer, she had 3 kids under the age of 5. Now, 14 years later, Ann is a 6-time cancer survivor.
Juggling her responsibilities as a mother and coping with the many new challenges that cancer brought to the forefront was overwhelming, to say the least. She describes the toughest parts.
Allowing myself not to feel well, allowing myself to take things off my plate, finding a new normal.
Then came another obstacle, getting a double mastectomy.
It's operation after operation after operation. The thought of 1 breast, 2 breasts, which part of my body am I going to move to make my chest look like a chest?
Despite having her breast removed, Ann's cancer spread. It went to her sternum and then to her brain. Her cancer was at stage 4, giving her just a 15% chance to live. But the cancer did not defeat Ann.
There's a big lesson in what's important, what I want to participate in my life, the people I choose to keep in my life, the people who I see walk away from my life. There's not a cancer patient that doesn't go through that.
Ann is now a spokesperson for the cancer support community of Redondo Beach.
I do really believe in support groups, and if you don't have a support group, find somebody in the cancer support community to do a one-on-one with. Yes, you're my girl. You're always with me.
Ann will probably be battling advanced breast cancer for the rest of her life. But this experience has taught her one thing.
There's always going to be twists and turns, and no matter whether you have cancer or not, life goes on.
Ann is now moving to get certified in restorative yoga. She also feeds 75 players on the South High football team every week with donated food. She has proven that life does go on. For This Week in Torrance, I'm Lorena Salcedo.
Thanks, Lorena, for that story. Now, after this short break, we'll tell you where you can take the whole family for not only pumpkin picking, but for pony rides, a petting zoo, and even face painting. We'll be right back.
Something's not right.
My first symptoms were
constant tingling in my toes.
My legs, sometimes I'll go numb.
Double vision.
They said you have multiple sclerosis.
Well, the beginning is the hardest time.
Kind of had to get a grasp on reality.
I had to adapt and change very rapidly.
I had to learn how to drive with my hands. Yeah, that was interesting.
I was a dancer. I don't see walking the way I walk any different than doing a dance. It just looks different. It's a different dance.
You see me have an off day, it doesn't take away from who I am.
A symptom may cause you not to be able to do that anymore. And at one point, I wasn't able to do any of those.
But I would exercise every day.
Since I've been cycling, it's definitely helped my walking.
To make a lot of changes in my life and just adapt to it.
I'm going to acknowledge its presence. I'm not going to discount it, but at the same time, I'm going to try my best to not let it stop me.
It's a fantastic opportunity to be working together with a common goal of curing MS, and sharing is the key.
The Schweitzer Learning Center and the Rotary Club of Del Amo is proud to host their 34th annual Monte Carlo night on Saturday, October 27th from 6 to 11 p.m. This event takes place at the Norris Pavilion in Rolling Hills Estates. There will be a Halloween costume contest along with dinner, auction, and casino-style games. This event will raise much-needed funds for the Schweitzer Learning Center in Torrance. The center provides special educational classes and clinical services to 3rd through 12th grade students from the South Bay area with severe learning, emotional, and behavioral problems. To learn more about this event, call 310-328-3611. It's the season for scarecrows, corn stalks, and of course pumpkins. Reporter Charlene Chang takes us to a special pumpkin patch here in Torrance that seems to be a local favorite.
Here in Torrance, you know that Halloween is right around the corner when pumpkins start appearing in front of Del Amo Mall, specifically Catoni & Sons pumpkins. The Catoni & Sons Pumpkin Patch has been open every year since 1959 and is still the best destination for some Halloween-inspired family fun.
This is Bob and Joanne's Pumpkin Patch. It's the Catoni & Sons. It's the original pumpkin patch. We've been coming here every year for the last 10 years, and we always have a great experience. They have pony rides for the children. They have a wealth of pumpkins here to choose from. We get great pictures here, and the kids like to feed the animals.
While there are many activities to keep kids busy, including face painting and bounce houses, the main attraction here are the pumpkins.
We carry pie pumpkins, which are the small pumpkins, and these are best for cooking pumpkin pie, and they start at $3 each. And then these medium-sized pumpkins here are called Connecticut pumpkins. Those are also good for any kind of cooking, soup. And then over here there's fairy tale pumpkins, Cinderella pumpkins, and Jarradale pumpkins. And the Jarradale pumpkins are also really good for pumpkin pie.
Of course, nothing beats a tradition of getting to decorate your own pumpkin.
I've been seeing some craft ideas to paint pumpkins or maybe put a design in a pumpkin like a ghost. So I don't know how adventurous we'll get, but just having the real pumpkins at home kind of gets us in the fall spirit.
He actually has some little fun faces that he can attach to his pumpkin, so he can do that himself.
Luckily for Torrance trick-or-treaters, the weather is ideal for taking your Halloween costume out for a test run.
I like coming this time of year, like early in October. It's just nice. Right now the weather's really cool. It's a perfect day for the pumpkin patch.
For This Week in Torrance, I'm Charlene Chang.
Thanks, Charlene. Catoni & Sons Pumpkin Patch is located at Del Amo Mall at 21573 Madrona Avenue. They're open every day from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. until the end of October. And before we leave you, we wanted to make a quick announcement about our dear friend and colleague here at Torrance CitiCABLE 3. We were recently told about a diagnosis that has forever changed our lives. Many of you may have heard him on our radio station, City Sounds AM 1620, or inside City Council's production control room, or even at one of our televised football or basketball games around town. Well, our colleague Renard Ricks was recently diagnosed with ALS, or Lou Gehrig's disease. He is retiring this week after dedicating almost 14 years to the city. As the production supervisor, he was not only a mentor to many, but a catalyst in making our operation run smoothly as possible. Renard, we will be thinking of you often. And that's going to do it for us on This Week in Torrance. I'm Jin Chun. If you've missed any portion of our show, you can catch us again at 11 a.m. and 6 p.m. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.